I felt Chinese women's story were hidden. Chinese women's identity were not clear, or Chinese women's voice were not heard by the world. I felt I need to establish the dignity that they had but lost over the long period of time. I felt this issue was understudied, so that's why it took like 3 or 4 years to do visual research, almost from the anthropologist point of view. But then as a filmmaker, I need to find beauty in ugliness, find like truth in reality. So for me, it's a journey of discovery, and I'm so glad that audience from around the world seems to embrace the story. It is a story that really brings back memories of a lot of my audience, and they still have grandmas of their own to think of. Some audience even come to embrace me, certainly in tears, and to really thank me for preserving this part of the history. This film has a haunting effect. People will not forget about this film. The Golden Lotus is not just a story on food binding, it is a story on women's creativity, women's freedom. Actually, it's about art. When you see our protagonist Yang Huixu's paper cuts, you will understand how free she was when she was doing her art. This is why it's an enigma. Women with bound feet, they were very good with their hands. Since they are confined within the physical space, they have to do something. So they were very good with embroidery. That's why each pair of shoes were the living testimony of the owner of the shoes. So therefore, the shoes are a huge icon almost for this period of time. It was quite a surprise. She gave me her shoes, and now she left me with some paper cuts, which I'm obligated to tell her story to the world. It is a story of Chinese women, but perhaps women of all ages or of all nationalities should look at the story from the perspective of seeking freedom, seeking personal voice, because each of us has this, the true self in us. Sometimes I feel today's women were probably were living too comfortably. They were not used to seeking something. Like they didn't have the need to really search for themselves. So that's a dilemma of living today. So I'm very reminiscent about the past, nostalgic in many ways.